it's working. I think it's working. Oh my gosh. Let's clear and ground the energies. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. My goodness, we made it. Part 4 of 2026 energy forecast reading. In part 1, which has already been live streamed, we covered Aries through Leo, and part 2 covered Virgo through Scorpio. Part 3 consisted of Sagittarius through Capricorn, and now part 4 is going to be Aquarius and Pisces. So let's start with the opening collective message. Remember, all of my readings are timeless, and regardless of the signs, the sun signs, moon, rising, Venus, whatever it is, okay? I read energies, so know that you found this message at the perfect time. And remember, let's just get into it. Look at that. So somebody here is just like, let's just get into it. No wasting time. Somebody here has like strong feelings for an individual that they are emotionally and physically attracted to. Okay, so so even though there is a lot of attraction, somebody here has a lot of burdens. Like they feel like they either don't make enough or they feel like they don't have enough. They have this like feeling of seclusion. Okay, so even though somebody here may want to be like wants to come together, this person, this energy really neglects themselves and limits their time with the connection. It's but as mentioned, this is something that they're doing themselves. It's not like the other person that they're dealing with is trying to do this all and all of that. No, somebody here is very mindful and is doing this on purpose. Even so, I'm getting a lot of like holding back energy, even though somebody here is very attracted and has very strong feelings within this connection. Okay, so God wants to say just point blank that this is a. And we're back. Hello, Elliot. I guess it just got too hot to handle. All of a sudden, everybody just came in and I think it just crashed, or I don't know. But we're back. And so, and it is Mercury retrograde. So these technological hiccups and all of that, it's bound to happen. Remember this card? Okay. So strong fire energy coming through. So, whether they're an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and their sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or just embodies this very like there's a strong masculine energy coming in. Okay, so regardless of your gender, because I read energies here, I'm just picking up on somebody who really is motivated and passionate about coming forward, okay? Because they feel like the person that they're dealing with is like their rock, their sunshine, their strength, their courage. And there's a lot of love. But again, this person has a tendency to fool themselves, fool others, regarding how they feel or where they stand within the connection. And as mentioned, like this energy has a tendency to seclude themselves. Okay. All right. Hello, Lucy. So anything else? Anything else you want to say regarding this? So this energy, this strong, fiery, passionate energy coming through, what they have to realize is that the person they're dealing with is very smart. Not only smart, they're like almost psychic. They have this intuition, intuitive knowing about how other people feel about them. They do, but they may not express it. They may not show it. They're very, It's very difficult to read this energy is what I'm getting here. And people are triggered by this because they feel like, oh my gosh, what are they thinking? What do they think about them? What do they think about the situation? Or are they too interested in them? Like somebody here is very hard to read, okay? Hello, Presley. And so why do we need to know this at this time? Hello, Falcon. So God wants to say, if anybody here is playing games, okay, that's the cue to leave. Okay, I know, because it seems so like, oh, so sudden. There's no like time for courtship or something like that. But no, God is saying this is like it's been either established or there was like enough time to see if there is like hello Mega. I don't know, it depends on what kind of game, right? Depends on what kind of game. But somebody here is just like they've had enough time. Like it's like if this connection was supposed to get off the ground, it would have already. But the fact that somebody here is not making a decision, is like delaying things. I'm getting like, oh, just delay, like don't want to do anything, you know? Yeah. So they're just like, it's almost like, oh, I'll go where the wind takes me. But so it's like somebody here is not really putting in effort. And that is what's going to be. Well, it's not okay. It's not to say they're not putting in effort. It's just it's not reciprocated, or it's like it's pulled back. So again, I'm getting kind of picking up on somebody here who has a lot of like passionate energy, but then they hold themselves back. They delay things. Okay, so advice. So I can sense here that somebody is very, attracted. They want romance, but they're coming off very immature. So either they're literally, very young, immature, need some growing up to do. Uh, but they want to grow up. They want to be mature and responsible. Um, thank you for confirming. And so somebody here really wants to grow up and mature and like do the right thing and stand in their power, but I also get some level of stubbornness. Okay, so it's almost as if like they think that they know everything when they don't. And I see here they never really got their heart broken. Not They never got their heart shattered. Let's just say that. Wow. Okay. So why do we need to know that? Okay. So they're playing games because they never want to get to that point of getting their heart shattered. And so that's why they're very in and out, come and go. They can't set roots because they're scared. They're scared. But God is saying there's nothing to be scared of, especially if this person is of value, of worth. Hello, Bella. And is worth keeping. Okay? Sometimes we have to fight for a connection, to keep the connection, because it's too good to give up. It's too good to give up. Anything else? Well, just know this. The person that this energy is dealing with, they seem like a very fair person. Okay, I do sense that. So if they feel like, if the feelings aren't mutual, they will say something because they don't want to waste their time. They don't want to waste the other person's time. And they also believe that that's the right thing to do. So, I mean, regardless, I think the main thing here is somebody should take action, because regardless of what happens, the result will be positive because somebody here decided to go for it, even if there is an opportunity or a chance of being rejected. Okay? I know. Anything else? But we can't just stay there. Okay? We can't just stay in that. We have to be able to be willing to move on, okay? Oh, hello, Jaguar. I am a judge. I do not know how you know this stuff, and I want to try this. Oh, that is so sweet. Well, welcome. Thank you for the hearts. Okay. Well, if you want to know more about like what I do and like, you want to be inspired to do something that you're passionate about, you came to the right place, okay? Thank you for the likes, the hearts, the subscribes. I appreciate it, okay? So let's move on. Yeah, let's move on. I know Aquarius has been waiting. I know Pisces has been waiting. This is your live stream. This is your stream. And for everybody dealing with them or who are just in here, it is no coincidence, okay? Because I read energy, so either you may resonate or it's something that you need to know. You're learning from other people's examples as well, okay? So let's see what the messages are coming through. Let me see. Okay, Aquarius. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stellium, dealing with an Aquarius, whatever it is, okay? Know that you found it at the perfect time, as I read energies, and all of my readings are timeless. So Aquarius, what do we have? So we're going to go down from January all the way through December. And we're even going to tap into January 2027, okay? Just a little sneak preview. But as mentioned, I'm going to tap into the previous months as well, January and February. Aww. Jaguar wrote, that sounds so calming and relaxing and peaceful. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to have you here. I get sometimes my channel feels like an ASMR kind of thing too. So it is meant to be peaceful. I have people say like they've fallen asleep to the sound of my voice. Like it's no coincidence. It's supposed to help you feel relaxed, calm, and so if anybody's having a bad day or has anxiety or is just going through a hard time and they don't have anybody to talk to, you're more than welcome to come here and check out the other 800 something videos that I have posted, and there may be a message in there for you, okay? All right, so for Aquarius, I'm getting a lot of communication and like fast movement. Somebody here is very eager to learn. They want to know more. It's like they're almost like a sponge. They want to retain. They want to like experience different things and retain and gain knowledge is what I'm sensing here. And that is going to be like the general energy regarding like in 2026. There's going to be a lot of information that is going to be coming in, and somebody here is going to be learning a lot, okay? And I see here in January, there was some sort of, I'm getting almost like either like a best friend or somebody who feels like a very close like person, like that they want to be companions with, what have you. Like the thing about this energy, somebody here felt like the other person it was very difficult to like get along with them. So, and they couldn't help but see inconsistencies with like what was being said, what was being done. And so it was very difficult for this connection to like get off the ground, even though the attraction was there, okay? The chemistry and all of that. And in February, I'm getting here, somebody is being very mindful of like how much they spent. Okay, so somebody here, perhaps they spent a little too much or they splurged a little bit, and like somebody here got upset. Okay, somebody here got us upset at them, was just like, was that the right thing to do? Was that, you know, should you have spent all that money? Like I'm getting some sort of like tough talk when it comes to like finances, and somebody here trying to be a little bit more mindful of not to spend willy-nilly, especially if it's like other people's money as well, okay? And in March, what I'm getting here is, so somebody here, I'm getting here, either somebody got sick or somebody wasn't feeling well, or like they had an opportunity to kind of slow things down and reflect, especially when it comes to like connecting with your spirituality, their higher self, wanting to, you know, wanting to learn and be a little bit more conscious of like how they feel, what they're going through. I'm getting a lot of internal dialogue. And so somebody here, through their healing process, they also have like a spiritual activation. Okay, so somebody here, they're learning, and this is, they're being guided by their soul. So I'm getting a lot of like soul searching energy at this time. And in April, which is next month, okay, I see here there's going to be a lot of like positivity, like a lot of happy times, a lot of laughter and joy that I'm picking up. But I'm also getting the other side of it is that somebody here has a tendency either to get anxiety, or somebody like they're very mindful of if somebody is talking bad about them, okay? So I feel like I need to give an advice for that. Okay. So if anybody here is like, there's a reason why somebody here is stressed, okay? And it has to, I'm getting here somebody is being mean. And so if this energy continues to be mean, then it's going to be very difficult to no longer be in this like anxiety and like insecurities, uncertainty energy. And so the advice here is we need to be very mindful of who we surround ourselves with. Are the people that you surround yourself with, are they so like always scared, anxious, like, you know, or and like doesn't do anything, they're very timid and shy? Or are they more like, let's have fun, let's enjoy each other's company, let's work it out, let's try to be like a team and like do things together? Like, so it really depends on who. It really helps, it is helpful to be mindful of who you surround yourself with, okay? I'm getting something about if you have a tendency to hang out with like negative people, then you are going to feel more negative, and vice versa, okay? And so for May, I'm getting here, there is a lot of challenges, or like a lot of like needing to put in some extra work and extra time. And so God is saying that like through love, through care, somebody here is very smart, okay? So when you start surrounding yourself with very smart people, what happens? You learn a thing or two. You know, you pick up on their good habits, and like, so it keeps talking about just be very mindful of who you surround yourself with, okay? Like, if you feel like, oh, the person that you're talking to, you're dealing with, they're a good person, they keep you grounded, keep you motivated, they add value to your life instead of the other way around, then we know who to keep in our lives and who not, who, you know? So it's like we really need to see the truth for what it is and just let go of dead weight. You know, people who are just like dragging their feet, doesn't want to help, doesn't want to do anything, they're not putting in the effort, then it's like they're not part of the team. And it's almost as if they want to be excluded. And so this is something that this energy needs to realize, okay? And then June. I'm getting here for June. There is some sort of, I'm getting a very generous energy coming through, okay? So somebody here may be, you know, spoiled a little bit, or like there's a lot of either like resources or money being spent on somebody who they feel like deserves it, or they are, I'm getting a very like generous energy, okay? So this person, so somebody here, just be mindful, okay? If somebody here is really like giving their heart and soul and is coming from a good place and they're doing all of these nice things, then that it is met with like loyalty and gratitude, okay? Like try not to take it for granted is what I'm sensing here. Okay, so let's move on to August. And I'm going to do the rest of the months as well. Might as well just lay them out. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good. 7 for next one. All right. So July is going to be a very quiet month. Okay. It's like there's a lot of opportunities to be like either very creative or like just not do anything. Like somebody here gets to finally relax and like do what is emotionally fulfilling. There's this energy of like slowing things down, taking things, you know, very calm, in a very calm manner. Okay, let's move on to August. So August, I sense some sort of like either a new love, new crush, like I sense here like somebody it feels new to me, or like if it's like it feels new, or it can be like a rekindling. Is it new? Is it brand new? It feels more like rekindling or something like that, okay? So somebody here is going to want to either have like a fresh new beginning, fresh new start, or they have like a new developed crush on a person. But it's like somebody here wants to, I will not be surprised if there is some level of resistance, because, you know, somebody's coming in here with a lot of like, it doesn't, like a lot of short-term motivation or short-term gain. Okay, it's like somebody here just wants to have fun. So what's the advice for that? I sense here, you know, there's nothing wrong with just like talking for now, like, you know, keep it cordial. It's not like somebody here is just gonna like get married, right? Okay, but get to know this person, because I sense here that they're not quite being honest. Okay, they're not quite being honest. So September, I sense here that something is wrapping up. Okay, it's like somebody got caught like lying. Yep. And somebody here is very upset. Okay, so If somebody here doesn't want to be like left out, if they don't want to sit in the corner, you know, get cast out and not included, then they better stop. They better not lie. Okay, I'm getting here somebody trying to get away with something or like do something that is not helpful, and somebody here may even lose money, okay, or like lose something of theirs if they continue to behave this way, okay, because somebody here is not going to tolerate that kind of behavior. October. So remember, these are like when the messages come out like that, it's a warning, okay? So God is giving this energy like a heads up. Hey, you know, you have free will, the free will to, you know, if you knew something was going to happen and you could prevent it, you know, wouldn't you? Like, if, especially if it's going to help. So just be mindful, okay? So in October, I see here, there's something about family, okay? Okay, so a family member is going to play almost like a judge, okay? So somebody here, like they may have been unrealistic, you know, like doing things that doesn't really make sense, okay? And somebody here, it could be a family member or somebody here that considers this person like a family. They are kind of upset by this and they feel like there's some level of injustice happening. Okay, what is any advice? It's like somebody here is holding on to either like a past mentality or like past way of doing things, and the recommendation is be willing to start fresh. Okay, do things that kind of make sense. Somebody here, I'm getting like a backtracking energy. And so try to move forward instead of being stagnant and like brooding. I'm also getting like brooding energy. And so just because something doesn't go the way that this energy was anticipating, that doesn't mean like it. I feel like there's something better, okay? And somebody here is really holding on to something that they don't need to hold on to. All right, so November, I'm getting here. November's great energy, actually. But just be mindful. So somebody here, it's like they have like a super, super strong crush, or they're in love, or like there's somebody here that somebody is really adoring, okay? But the thing is, they have a tendency to not be loyal, okay? Somebody here either talks to third parties, other people, or like they would rather like spend time with them versus, you know, like somebody here is not a priority. And when that kind of behavior happens, when one side is expecting monogamy or more of a loyalty, then it's like if somebody here wants monogamy and loyalty, then they gotta make sure third parties are not involved, because once third parties are involved, then that whole definition is out the window, right? Okay, so December. Okay, December is going to be a time where somebody is going to be able to build, okay? So either I'm getting like either money coming in, or like finances getting better, or like return of investment, and or like somebody did really well, like, and they got a prize for it or a reward. But I'm seeing here a lot of work had to be done, like a lot of dedication and hard work and consistency. And yeah, it's paying off in December. So let's give you a little sneak peek into January 2027 as a little extra bonus for you. So 2 wanted to come up. Wow, look at that. So January 2027 is looking really good. Okay, very, very good. What is the upset though? There's some sort of upset. Okay. Oh, so somebody here, it's like they, I don't care if they're like full grown and mature, but somebody here has, they have a tendency to get scared very easily, like just anxiety, they get nervous, and it's because they haven't matured in that area of their life yet. But it's not to say if somebody here really wants to grow, really wants to mature and be understanding of, you know, the things around them and how they feel, then with dedication, commitment, energy, it is possible. Okay, it is possible. So can we move on? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just wrap up this Aquarius reading with a final, you know, orb, yes or no. Okay, so I did this with the other signs. Feel free to keep in your mind a yes or no question, and let's see what it says. Okay, just for funsies, a little extra. All right. It says, so it shall be. Okay, so it shall be. So that's a yes. Okay, that's a yes. So let's go ahead and move on. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for watching, and happy belated birthday. Hope your new year is off to a great start, and same for your lunar new year. Okay, so let's move on to Pisces. Feel free to check out. Hello, Chuck. Feel free to check out the latest shorts that I've been posting. I've been posting like shorts pretty much daily, sometimes a few times a day. And so I've been trying to at least be consistent with that because didn't really have the energy to go live streaming. And so, you know, I figured it's something. It's better than nothing. So, but I appreciate those of you guys who have been waiting and being patient, and like, you know, just know that everything is in its perfect timing. Okay, so let's move on to Pisces. Pisces, let's do it. Happy belated, happy birthday, happy upcoming birthday to all the Pisces out there. Okay, so as an energy reader, I read energy. So regardless of your sign, your sun sign, moon sign, rising, if you're in here, it is no coincidence. There may be a message in here for you. Let's see what we have. We're going to tap into Aries through December 2026. And we'll even, at the end, do January 2027. Okay. So I'm just going to lay out a few cards just to get the reading going. Okay, bottom of the deck. Look at that. Hey. Okay. I'm gonna take a little. All right, so January here, something like I'm getting justice was served. Okay, so somebody here, it's like they threw like a tantrum or something, and at the end of the day, somebody here realized that they were just seeking attention, seeking love, but it's almost as if somebody really had to like let this energy know, like calm down, okay? And for February, there's some sort of rejection energy, okay? Especially if it comes to like work. like things were was moving very slowly, or there was some level of delay, or just not, something just didn't get off the ground. It was just like snail's pace. And so I'm getting here, even though somebody put in a lot of work, they either didn't get enough recognition, or like the results wasn't in their favor. And so it felt like somebody here feels very depleted, okay? Because it's like they put all this work, and I just feel like the reward, or the what they got back wasn't as positive as they thought. So let's move on to March. So March, I'm getting this energy of like, even though there's a lot of competition, somebody here, it's like they have an upper hand, okay? So perhaps like they know somebody on the inside, working in the inside, or like who's able to give them like an early heads up, or like open doors for them, or something like that. So like, it's almost like somebody here is trying to manifest their wishes, and their competition is just like, how is everything, like it, they don't know how they're I'm getting come up. Okay, somebody is having a come up. And so why do we need to know that? Okay, there's some sort of like toxic thing going on. Okay, something, either it's like either somebody found like a loophole, or like it's, so if you tell somebody exactly what this energy is doing, it doesn't sound or seem right, doesn't seem fair. But again, somebody here found like a loophole. And so what do you want to say regarding that, God? I mean, just be mindful, don't hurt anybody, you know, like okay. I would say, you know, whatever this like secret sauce is, okay, maybe try not to tell people, okay? Just keep it on the down low. Because as mentioned, it's like whatever it is, it seems a little off. It doesn't seem very pure. Again, it feels like a loophole. Somebody found a loophole. And, you know, try to use it for good. Okay, use it for good. All right. April. April. I'm getting somebody here, I'm getting like an arrogant energy, okay? So due to somebody's arrogance, it's almost like, it's like I'm getting somebody here acted like their hands were tied and they didn't do anything, or they didn't want to do anything about it. So I'm getting a very passive energy. And so when they did that, whoever this energy was dealing with, they're not the passive kind. They're more confrontational. They're more like, if something doesn't sit right with them, then they try to like talk about it and like put action for it. Like for this particular energy, like they don't want things to be stagnant. Like they would rather just face it head on. And so, you know, I'm picking up on two energy that the way that they deal with conflict is very different. And I mean, I see here it's because something doesn't feel right. What is that? Somebody's playing emotional games, okay? It's like somebody here is utilizing somebody's sadness to their advantage, and that's why I feel like so drained right now. Okay, I feel so drained. Somebody here, like I can't sit on this energy for too long. It's just like due to somebody's sadness, but their arrogance. It's like they're playing games. Somebody here is playing games. Anything else? I mean, it's really up to them. Like, do this energy want to fall in love? Do they want to be in something committed? If the answer is yes, then they need to push forward and like and act committed, you know, instead of doing the opposite. Because if this person, if they're in a commitment or they want to be in a commitment, but they continue to act single, then what do you think is going to happen? Okay, so there is this air of somebody's arrogance needs to be put in check. All right, so May. Yeah, remember, I feel like for 2026, the overall energy of somebody here needs to like kind of grow and mature a little bit. And so what that tells me is they're going to be kind of like seeing their situation for what it really is. That's the encouragement. There's this like childishness that I'm picking up, regardless of somebody's age. So for May, hello, hello. Welcome back, Tanisa. That's cute. That's so cute. I feel like I should throw in more emoji options. You know, a little nice little perk. I need to, yeah, maybe throw some more emojis on there. So for May, yeah. So for May, I sense here that there's a lot of like attraction and good times and like a lot of like fast forward movement coming in, and somebody here does not want to be upset or get into conflict. They just want to like thrive and be happy, but also stay silent. There's this like really extreme ends that I'm picking up. Like it's okay. So I keep getting like wishy-washy. Okay, wishy-washy. Like in 1 minute somebody here is just like love, positivity, wants to like be in something joyous and like fun times. And then the next minute, you know, they're just like, oh, I just want to be alone. Don't talk to me. Oh, I'm too pretty to talk. Don't talk to me. Like I'm getting like something like that. There's some sort of arrogance. I keep getting that. Okay. All right. June. June. June, 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 June. So for June, somebody here, I see a lot of traveling energy, okay? So either there may be like a vacation or somebody here is trying to close the gap. And it could even be like work trips or something like that. But it sounds a lot of like movement, a lot of travel, and somebody here feeling like it's like they deserve it. Okay, so perhaps like they've been working very hard and this is their like time off. But somebody here feels like very much in their power. Okay. Let's move on to the other months. Other months, other months. Okay. So for July, somebody that broke this person's heart, okay? I'm getting like somebody's heart was broken, but the person that broke their heart, they're gonna come forward with some sort of like honesty and truth. And it's almost gonna feel like a rekindling or an amending of some sort of like previous heartbreak. And this is all divinely guided, okay? Why? Yeah, somebody here, they have unfinished business, or like they feel like this is somebody that they have like past lives with and they want to revisit, okay? August. Okay. So August, somebody here really needs to realize that the person that they're dealing with, they're a liar, okay? Perhaps a cheat, phony, fake, thief, like, and I see that whoever they're dealing with, like, they've taken advantage of this other individual, of their generosity, and so God really wants to say, like, hey, if this person has hurt this other person in the past, you know, and they came back, I feel like at least in this circumstance, okay, you'll know if you've been resonating, and let's say you come back, you know, months from now and hear this again, and you're like, wait a minute, that sounds like my situation. Okay, it's like it didn't work out the first time for a reason. So I'm getting here, somebody really needs to face the facts, okay, and take the red signs for what it is. Okay, the red flags. September. So I see here in September. Okay, this could play out two ways. I see here some, they have listened to the messages. Others, they haven't. And so they're dealing with the setbacks and their repercussions and all of that. And but regardless, it's just like whatever is going to happen, it's like it's, somebody here is been given the opportunity to do it right this time. So in September, okay, somebody here is going to have the opportunity to really let go of a connection, really, you know, put a block, a boundary, you know, after communicating, hey, you know, somebody here was not being treated fairly. They were just utilizing romance, love to their advantage, okay? And so I see here that even though this feels very karmic, okay? So even though this may feel like, oh, they're their soulmate or whatever, no, I don't think so. Would a soulmate like hurt the other individual? No, no, this person has an agenda. Okay, so just be mindful of that. And you'll know which side you're on, or I do have cross watchers watching in. Okay, October. All right, I see that all this, you know, letting go of the burdens and, you know, trying to find themselves again, like trying to find their own value has been rough. So I'm picking up on somebody here that's been through like a lot of like healing, and what are they gonna do? Yeah, they're gonna be, so I will not be surprised if in October somebody here just takes time off to just kind of like retreat. I see this as a very antisocial month for this energy, okay? So November, I'm getting here, somebody's coming in with a lot of passion. This may be just one-sided though. It may not be reciprocal, because one side is coming with very strong like physical and sexual energy, and the person that this energy is dealing with is just like they're not into that. They prefer romance and like to be courted and for there to be some level of courtship, and like they want stability roots. They're not looking for a fling. Okay, December. Wow, December. Oh, that's good. Excellent, you guys. So it seems to me like because somebody here kept up their standards, kept up their, you know, healthy boundaries and vocalizing and communicating if something didn't sit right with them, those are all like steps and recipes for a good connection, for success. Okay, and so somebody here, they're going to feel very in their power, and they've been waiting for a long time to be like romanced and to invite romance into their life. And I sense here it's here. So there's something about like December, the energy, it feels really good. And as mentioned earlier, January 2027, let's dig a little deeper into that, because I did sense a very like positive energy when it comes to that. Okay. Okay, the only thing is, so somebody here is dealing with either like a best friend or a soulmate or somebody who they feel like they've shared past lives or what have you. Thing about like between these two connections, one side, they're struggling. They're struggling like mentally, financially, emotionally. They're not really in a good place, but somehow these two connections came to be. Anything regarding that? Okay, why did they come together? I feel like there is meant to be like some sort of like happiness or emotional fulfillment and bliss when these two comes together. But yeah, somebody here just really has a tendency to overthink things and be in anxiety. And so until somebody here decides to grow up, to mature, and like trying to do something about it and like focus on the goal and the prize, it's going to be very difficult for that connection to like really flourish. Okay, so that is what I have for you, Pisces. Let me go ahead and wrap it up with this final orb message. Okay, so feel free to just ask a yes or no question in your mind, and let's see what it says for funsies. Okay. Okay. The stars say no. Wow, it's been a while since we got a no. So, you know, I'm getting here, somebody is in denial. Okay, I'm getting denial energy. So somebody here may be holding on to a connection that it's not supposed to go anywhere, but in their mind, they're holding on to this. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do a spinny spin for you guys. Okay. So everybody in here, if you can please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, click on that notification bell if you would like to be notified of when I go live or post new content. And so let's do a spinny spin. Okay, spinny spin message. Ta-da! So think of, let me just gather these cards really quick, but think of in your mind, okay, what do you want to ask God about? Okay, I know we had, and we'll see what it says. So the option includes past, present, future, career, love, advice, spirit, and self, higher self, okay? So those are the options of the spinny spin portion. And let's see if anybody's rooting for a particular one, okay? Let's see what we have. All right. All right. And a 1 and a 2 and a 9. Oh, come on. Come on. No. This technically, I kind of moved it. Anyway, so now we're doing it again. Self-love. Very funny. Okay. I want a clear-cut answer. 1 and a 2 and a advice. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Somebody here needs advice. It's probably going to be about love. Just kidding. We'll see. Let's find out, shall we? Okay, advice. 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 Keep those hearts pumping. Keep it going. A little extra for you guys. Spinny spin. Okay. What's the advice that needs to be shared at this time? Oh, okay. Wow. I'm getting this okay. Ta-da! You saw me shuffle, but this is back again. Okay. So somebody here is dealing with an energy that is very immature. Okay. So even though like I'm getting a very like mature energy that is just very like loving and giving and wants to give the world to this other energy. But the person that this energy is dealing with, they're like almost the opposite. They come with them very like immature, they're like new, they don't have much experience, like, and it's like two energies that are vibrating in different frequencies in a sense, trying to come together. But you know, through that there's a lot of like hardships, or like somebody here feels inadequate. Okay, they can feel that they are on two different planes, or like two different levels, that kind of thing. And even though this energy, like they want to have a fresh new beginning, somebody here has a tendency to be very sneaky. I know. But it's like, it almost feels, okay, what are they being sneaky about? What are they being sneaky about? Okay. Okay. One more. I just want one more. So somebody here is being sneaky about like how they feel, and like, and their intentions, or like their intentions and their actions not lining up. So perhaps their emotions is like they're invested, they want this, they're emotionally invested, but their actions say otherwise. It's like their actions show they don't want this. They don't want to have anything to do with this. This is the last thing they want. Like, so they're not only are they fooling themselves, they're fooling others, especially the person that they want. And the thing about fooling the person that this energy wants is it's not to say they could care less, but it's just like they don't play the games. It's just like, you want me or you don't. Like, there's no room for like games, or like waiting on this person to grow up. Like, no, somebody here is, they want their equal, a match, or somebody who's like willing to, I don't even want to say meet them halfway, but meet them at their level. Okay. So the advice it's like, yes, somebody here is intimidated. Okay, I see it. But they also can't let go of this connection, and they realize that they do need to do a lot of healing and learn to be able to receive love as well. It's not just so that it doesn't end up just being like a one-sided thing. Okay, anything else? Somebody here really needs to communicate how they feel, okay? And not just the crush part, but just like, or their feelings, but also the sadness, yeah. About how like it breaks their heart not to be with them. Oh, that is so sweet. And remember, I get channeled messages too. And so somebody here feels like they are, this person doesn't want to go forward without this other individual. Somebody here, it's like I'm getting, it's not just an obsession. It's just like they breathe this energy. Wow, that's the kind of intense, huh, you guys? That's the kind of intense that they live and breathe this energy. This is like somebody's oxygen. And so somebody here is really like keeping tabs, studying this individual, and they're motivated, they're invested. But again, they're kind of hiding. They're hiding. And so anything else? I mean, we talked about some of the recommendations and the advice coming through, and it's just, don't, we got to be fair, okay? We got to be fair. At the end of the day, is it fair to the other person? Is it fair? Are we doing the right thing? Are we trying our best? Like, anything else you want to say, God? Anything else regarding this? If, again, if the feelings are mutual, like, what is the problem? Okay? Right? A time and a place. A time and a place. Anything else? And it keeps talking about like somebody here needs to take action. Don't let it be stagnant. It's just like you don't just plant seeds and just neglect it. You know, you have to come back. You have to put sunshine, you put water, some love, attention, and you gotta do this on a consistent basis. You can't just be like, okay, well, I planted the seed. Bye, bye. See you. You know. So if somebody here really wants to keep the momentum going, they really have to romance. Ooh, yeah. No silent treatment, no like, being a hermit and all of that. It's just we have to be fair. We have to be grounded and like really ask ourselves, this is a connection. You don't, whichever connection it is, friendship, romance, work, whatever it is, those are all the recipes and pieces for a successful outcome. Okay? All of those things. Think about it. All right. Anything else you want to say? Yeah, and we're that hermit. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I think we're done. We're done. What do you think, God? Okay, I may come back for another reading in a few. Okay, and so for those of you who would like to join me on that, you guys know what to do. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, and so you can be notified. All right, so feel free to check out these shorts, the latest shorts and videos that I have posted, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, all right, bye. Thank you.